myself right. Yep, what's up? What up? And our other comic, Sheen, he's
And now tune into the Rap Radio Show already in progress.
oh, thank you, Decisive. Also, got to give it up for the producer, Decisive, who is always working nonstop. And if you guys ever do want to call in for any questions, concerns, or if you want to just speak your opinion, then you can give us a call at what I forgot, I can't even think of the phone number by heart. Decisive.
216-939-5087.
216-939-5087. That's 216-939-5087. So yes, all us comics, we are currently selling tickets for this comedy show. This comedy show is also hosted by Spike Lee and Gene Miller. And not only that, get this, the comedy show is going to be airing on Tubi. So if you do come down to the beach side, you could be part of a live audience that is going to be streaming on Tubi later on. And it's going to be a good show, man. We got some funny comics in here, and we got a funny feature and also a funny headliner. So yes, definitely hit me up for tickets if you need them, or hit up any of the comics that in the comics forum, and you can also buy the tickets on Eventbrite too as well. But yeah, definitely come check it out. And man, it's just I'm just looking forward to it, man. Sid, how are you feeling right now about the show? You said you were starting tomorrow?
Yeah. I'm ready though, man. I'm excited, man. You said it's a whole bunch of funny ass comedy.
Yes.
And there's gonna be some non-stop laughter. I'm ready.
Dope, man. And we're also put to the test, y'all. So we have to tell at least 3 minutes. You got to tell at least 3 minutes. And I don't know what's going through your mind, Sid, but I'm still currently writing my set right now, man, because I'm trying to give my best 3 minutes since it's going to be on Tubi. How about, I know you said you were excited, but you got, you ain't got to give us your set, but because you want to save it for the big day.
Give you the set, man.
But how are you feeling right now as far as for your set?
I'm ready. I done put it together. I put the final joint together today, right before I came out. Yeah, it just gonna feel like that's open mic time.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true.
3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, that's open mic time.
Yes,
man. If you quick with it, you can get 3 or 4 jokes in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And if you long-winded like a pastor, just one joke.
You said you long-winded like a pastor. Yeah. Oh, wow. That is, wow. I wasn't even expecting you to go there. Oh, man. But, man, I'm excited for it because, of course, it's also performing with Cleveland Comics, but also going to be streaming too. And it's going to be streaming on the Tubi. And I just think that, wow, it's a good way to get our best ones out there because, because Tubi is one of the most popular watched streaming services. So I definitely can't wait to see what type of fireman that everybody's going to bring. And and Sid, and how long? Because this is the first time having you on the show.
Yes, it is.
How long have you been doing comedy? Because I have. I'm trying to remember because when I had met you, I don't know if you was in the comedy already or if you was just now starting it. I know you was doing the skits.
Yeah, I was doing the skits. I was like, three years in. I was like 3 years in on the skit side, but yeah, I was just now starting comedy when you got me. But December 10th would be 3 years.
All right. 3
years.
Man, and so your first, so you've been doing it for 3 years. Out of the 3 years, what would do you recall the worst you had ever bombed? I always ask my comedic guests this. Can you recall the worst you ever bombed?
The first time I got up there.
The first time you got up there?
Yeah, at Sequoia.
Oh man, good old Sequoia. When we used to do the open mics at Sequoia, yes.
Yeah,
Oh man.
Yeah, that was the worst.
And how did you feel after when you did bomb?
I took it to the chin, man. It was horrible.
I know because when you do bomb on the stage, it can be, it definitely is a bad feeling. I mean, it's not a good feeling at all.
I take that back. The worst bomb that I had was in 2001 or 2001. I was a special guest in Atlanta, and I bombed.
You said 2001. Oh, you mean 21 or?
Yeah, 2021.
Oh, so he's an 01. I'm like, what the? He was on Kids Say the Darndest Things back in 01. Yeah.
Man, yeah, Atlanta, man.
Oh, Atlanta.
Ashley was there too. Ashley Fine was a hog, man.
Oh yeah, shout out to her. Yes,
Shout out to
Janky
Ashley.
Promoters. Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We got that's coming up too. I'm on that too. They fourth annual Love and Laugh joint.
Oh yeah. Yep. That is true. Yeah. They do got that going on. Yeah, and I'm just excited, man. You know, get to perform with y'all and everything, and also you know, we got our other guest who had just walked in. He's hopping on the mic. You know, this dude, man, he's an actor. He's a comedian. This is gonna be my first time doing a gig with him. Looking forward to seeing how it's gonna be in this lineup with him. But give it up for Shen Frieson. Yes.
What's up, everybody? What's going on?
Yes.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh man, of course, man. No man, so I'm just asking Sid, you know, man, how do you feel right now about this show coming up since we're about to be ready to be on Tubi. We got a bit of a challenge, which is 3 minutes of comedy, and you know, and I was telling Sid, I'm like, man, you know, I don't know about you, man, but I am looking forward to it, and I do think that it is a challenge doing these 3 minutes. How are you feeling right now about it?
I'm actually feeling great, man. It's been a humble experience. This will be my actually second time on Tubi.
Oh, it is? Oh.
Yeah, so one for the movie aspect and this one for the comedy. So I'm excited to see, you know, and let you know the world know what's going on, and you know what I'm saying, just see what's out there.
Okay. And so, of course you ain't got to give us your set. You know, you want to save it for the big day. But
Absolutely.
Are you currently still working on it, or do you have it got it written up? I mean, since we got a tough challenge as comics, you know, 3 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, it's, 3 minutes is good enough, especially with the lineup that we got. You know what I'm saying? It was divided evenly. So, but yeah, I'm definitely ready. I've been rewriting things and, you know, kind of like trying something new, and hopefully it works out for me.
Okay. And how long have you been doing stand up?
It'll be 5 years for me in October.
5 years in October. Okay.
5 years. I started in 2017, and it just took off from there. It was like a drug for me. It was like an addiction. You know what I'm saying? So I never, you know, been high on anything like heroin or nothing like that. But you know what I'm saying? It's just a high that you know can't come down from. So
yeah, for sure. And I always ask my comedian guests this. Since you've been doing it for 5 years, can you recall the worst you had ever bombed?
See, it's not really a bomb. It was just like an okay show. You know what I'm saying?
Okay show.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, I had to basically pretty much like read the crowd, and, you know, when certain things wasn't working, and it just, you know, it wasn't. How can I explain it? I mean, because every comedian bombs. You know what I'm saying? It comes with the territory, and some crowds are tougher than others, and some crowds they just with it. But I actually did have one crowd where I had to dig in my bag and start roasting people in the crowd. So you know, that was probably like one of my worst days. You know what I mean? Of doing it, and I was just like, man, you know, it's like I was really hitting them with some stuff that I thought was working, and it just wasn't working. So I started taking people out, and you know, coming from my background, like I went to Greenville High School, so we used to roast each other all the time. Like, you can have like the broadest outfit on, and we taking you out. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it was. So, but overall, it turned out to be good. But in the beginning, it was like, oh, I need to dig in my bag.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's pretty much, you know, that's that. So,
is there anything that you guys are expecting from Sunday? since I know that we have been promoting it, and Spike Lou, shout out to him.
First time working with him.
Yeah, who have put us on for it. He's definitely pushing it. Anything you guys expecting at all from for Sunday night?
Great time.
Yeah, 100%.
Nice turnout. I sold out.
I know that's what I said.
Yeah. The publicity.
Yeah,
This will be my first encounter with Lou. That's why I was so excited about it when he gave me an opportunity. So, because we got a lot of talent. And we got a lot of unknown talent that we didn't know that has been out here in the game, like Big Rich and stuff like that. I never knew nothing about these guys until recently, and I didn't know they was heavy hitters like that. You know what I'm saying? So, just coming behind them and having an opportunity to rock with Spike and meeting Rich and Rob Ward and stuff like that. It's a blessing in disguise, man.
Yeah, definitely a shout out to Rich, because Rich he put us on that Silks, which was a good. The last time the last time I did perform at Silks, it was a good turnout, and the atmosphere was good. Honestly, I was kind of overthinking of how I was going to do it. I don't know, whenever I'm performing at popular spots like that, or like at improv or hilarities, I don't know, I just be overthinking too much, thinking like, oh man, okay, I gotta make sure I get the best one I got, because it's this audience, it's going to be, might be a mixture of both the young and the old crowd when you're there, but both ended up turning out to be both good performances. Yeah.
Sold out Silks too. Remember standing room. Yes, Silks was a great vibe. Silks was a great vibe.
And speaking of good performances, so I gotta ask the opposite question. Start with you. What you first said. What would you say is probably your most memorable, best performance? That wow, this is the comedy tape I would give to say, I don't know, Comic View or somebody to audition for. What would you say was probably your best one?
Shoot out Silks. Silks. I'll shoot that 15. I have shot it to certain people that ain't know what was going on. And I was like, hey, check me out on YouTube. We got 15 minutes on.
Yeah.
And we did.
Well, you did 15 minutes? Oh, wow. Oh, man. Yeah, I think that's the most I've ever done, too.
Yeah, I've done 35.
35?
Yeah, that's a stretch, but I made it work. that was actually in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
I was at the Atlanta Comedy Theater, and just that crowd was just amazing. So that's what made me go longer than I was supposed to.
Shout out to the headliner on my live.
Oh, Key. Yeah, shout out to Key. Key's silly.
What's up?
Yes, but I guess another a funny headliner we was performing for a Memorial Day comedy show earlier this year, and of that exotic cuisine, and she is funny people. I'm telling y'all, man, I'm telling y'all, dude, man, y'all need to buy these tickets, dude, man, and get down here to this show.
Get some tickets.
Yeah, we're selling tickets. They're on Eventbrite, because not even sure if you can buy them at the door. But that's why it's good that you better hit one of us up or get on Eventbrite and go and buy them. And they'll be $10. I mean, come on, man. This is the Apollo, man. You'll be paying like $30. The Apollo there, you're paying like $30.
The way comedy is going now, they charging $50, $75 in certain places, like at the Improv.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So.
Like I was looking at Chris Tucker tickets, and those were the Chris Tucker tickets was up in the sky. And I'm like, damn it, this dude hasn't performed a stand up in like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, 3 decades.
And them chicken wings gonna be like $20.
Oh, yeah, chicken wings gonna be like $20. Yeah.
That's why I'm gonna eat before I go.
Yeah. I might have to bring a flask if I go in. Yeah.
I'm at the Uber eat something. So I eat them $3 wings.
Yeah, I don't know, but them 75-cent wings from Pizza Hut might be good though.
Hey, for real,
Put them in a. Hey man, if we, you bring the girl who got a big ass purse, put them, get some of them 75 wings and put them in her purse.
Hey, I still do that when I go on dates. I'm like, baby, how big is your purse?
Yeah.
We go in the Dollar Tree. Ain't going to Dollar Tree. You hear me? I'm gonna spend $20. We gonna have all types of popcorn, Whoppers, all kind of kids, man. Yeah.
Get that mix match, that 2 for $5 from Burger King, so y'all can eat it.
Goobers.
Yeah.
Goobers, Twizzlers, everything.
Yeah. I'll bring them little bottles of Casamigos up in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
If it's the winter time, I got that inside pocket, stuffing those in there and everything. Make it look like I got breast cancer or something. No. Yeah. That's how it's gonna look. Man.
Absolutely.
So Shane, so now I'm gonna ask you the same question too. Out of all your performances, what would you say was your best to where you'd be like, okay, I'm gonna submit this video to Comic View or something. They bring it back. Yeah.
I would have to say when I was at Captivate.
Captivate?
Captivate, it was probably, I want to say about 2 years ago. And, I do impersonations, so, you know what I'm saying? And I felt like that was the best one I did, because every impersonation I did, it sounded like who I was trying to do. And the crowd was just engaged. It's like, I don't know if it was all high, you know what I'm saying? But everybody was laughing at it. I'm talking about, I was just saying it was a fly on the wall and people were laughing. So, you know what I'm saying? And it was just a memorable moment. And I had so many people coming up to me saying, like, dude, you are hilarious. Like, they would have thought I've been doing it for years. So, just the response, the crowd engagement and everything, that was back in, like I said, it was about 2 years ago.
Well, thank you.
But the most memorable moment was my first night. You know what I'm saying? And that was October of 2018. It was breast cancer awareness month at the Grove Shop. And, I was nervous. And I ain't gonna lie, like, I was, you know what I'm saying? When I first got on stage, I wasn't about to do it. Like, that day, I was about to flake. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I talked to Rob Ward, who's from Cleveland. He's been around for a minute. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He gave me a lot of pep talk. And he was like, man, if you're going to do it, just do it. And don't tell everybody. And, I was nervous. You know what I'm saying? And when I went up there, I did my thing. I got off stage. And, that response was just great. So, those are two most memorable moments that I've had. You know what I'm saying?
And shout out to our feature. She's watching the live right now, CJ.
What's up, CJ?
Hey,
CJ. What's up?
CJ, yes, another funny woman, man, in the city. Dope, man. I'm telling y'all, man. I'm saying it again. Get y'all asses home buying these tickets.
Yeah, come on.
And you might be featured on Tubi too. Come on, man. There's a chance you be featured on Tubi.
Yeah.
Hey, I gotta take a break in a moment. Don't you have another special show coming up tomorrow that you should talk about too?
Oh yes. I also have another special comedian coming on my show.
Caller.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, that's probably CJ. Yes, I do have Shane Comedy, who is going to be on my show tomorrow. And it's going to be a special episode. It's going to be at a special time. It's going to be from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. This comic has been on. He's been on Comic View, been on HBO, and he's even been on Apple TV. He's actually going to be performing at the Improv this weekend. So definitely tune in, y'all. And I'm gonna be going live too on it as well. It's gonna be from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. And just looking for it because I have got him on social media, but I've never have actually communicated with him. This will be my first time meeting him in person. And I do got to give the shout out to Decisive for that because she had told me about it and then she had asked me if I could do the interview and I'm like, comedian. Interview a comedian like him? Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, me and Shane been friends for a long time. We've kind of been around the block as far as being in the industry and stuff like that. So it's gonna be an honor and a pleasure to see him once again.
That's dope.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Now, man, I definitely got to give another shout out. I give to Decisive because thanks to her, this is going to be a second public figure that I'll be at the interview because the first one who I interviewed was Shamika Scott at Captivate last year. We was at the special screening of
From P Valley.
Yeah, for P Valley. Got to see a special screening of it was season 2, episode 6. We got to watch before it came out, and that was dope.
And then which one of you guys met Danielle Wiggins at the NBA crossover event?
Danielle Wiggins. I don't think I met her.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to meet her.
Yeah. All right, so real quick, you guys, I'm gonna take you guys off the mic for a minute. We got a caller. Thank you for calling. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hello, guys. My name is CJ Star. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio.
Yo, CJ. Oh, did we lose it?
No, she said go ahead.
Oh, okay. All
Hey,
right.
CJ, thanks for calling. How you doing, honey?
I'm doing good. How y'all doing?
We're great.
Yes, preparing for Sunday
Absolutely.
because I'm tense. So,
I just want to call you and say hi, guys. I can't wait to be on stage with you guys.
Absolutely.
likewise.
For sure.
Looking forward to seeing what you got.
We better make history.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure we got the most views on Tubi this special.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, it could be pretty cool. I'll make sure that I put on my special bra.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, my mind almost went out the gutter just now. I almost forgot where we was at.
Completely.
Yeah, I wonder what she's gonna do. I wonder if she might throw it for one of us to have it as a souvenir later.
Yeah, I might catch it.
Well, you like 6'6", so yeah, you are.
Very.
That. Dude.
I wanted to call in and say hello. Hang out with you guys.
Oh yeah, for sure. Now, CJ, I do. Is there anything that you're expecting from this show in particular, or or how are you feeling right now so far about it?
I'm very excited. This is my first opportunity to be filmed with my permission. I have a couple of movies out. I think you can see those on Pornhub. So, yeah, it's just crazy. Y'all
Pornhub? I don't know. I mean, I might have to go look it up. We'll see.
It's on.
Yeah, I got an OnlyFans. Shit.
Yeah.
my first time doing TV, taking on TV, making it. So I'm excited for the opportunity.
Oh man, yeah, definitely. I mean, he's on the OnlyFans. I mean, hey, I don't know. I think I may want to be a dancer on the side, bro. So I can make me some extra money.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you go down there to Miami, you'll be alright. Trust me, man. You got $500 deals right now.
I'm trying to bring non-dark skin back in style. Man.
Non-dark skin?
Yeah, I'm trying to bring the non-dark skin back in style.
You over here butterscotch here and shit.
Right.
Said butterscotch.
Kill him with his inside racism.
She said butterscotch. No damn. Yeah. Oh
Lunch
man.
bags. Man.
That's funny. Oh man. So CJ, while I got you on the phone, I mean, I'm gonna ask you this question too, because I asked both of them this. So for the years that you have been doing comedy, can you recall the worst you had ever bombed?
The worst I have ever bombed was in Washington. And I don't know why. Sometimes your personal life you over, to your place of employment. And I just wasn't the funniest that I could be. But the next time I did a show was one of those days I knocked their socks off. So,
Okay. All right. And now, can you recall your best performance? Like best performance to where you'll be like, oh man, they bringing Comic View back. Let me send them an audition tape. What would you say was your best one?
I had ever done. That's a joke. So I'm just saying, I wish I could see y'all faces. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah, we're here.
I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know because all my friends, I feel are good in their own way. Anytime you can get up in front of people and make fun of your own personal life, like I make fun of myself. I don't believe in roasting and tearing down people. For me personally, I just feel like you have lack of confidence. So to be able to get in front of people and make fun of things that people are not too fond of having, I think every show is great.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Tabernacle.
Some tabernacle. Yeah. Is there any? Who would you say was probably your biggest or your big inspiration or inspirations to do comedy?
Um, my biggest inspiration, I would have to say, is my nonprofit. And I say that because I don't do comedy for the money. I just started doing comedy in 2020, and I established my foundation in 2019. So I basically use my skills to get fun to do what I've been doing out my pocket. So I would have to say that inspired me. But if we're talking about comedy, I would have to say maybe Red Fox, some of the people that did, Bernie Mac, Jerry Reed.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yes, Bernie Mac, my personal favorite comedian, the king of comedy to me, and definitely my number one inspiration. Yes. And then the other question I had was is if you was to say for your Mount Rushmore, because well actually since you're a female, who it's a little bit of a test. Who would you say is your Mount Rushmore comedian of females?
Oh, of all females, with the boss bakery, Della Reed, Whoopi Goldberg, Sephora, Sephora Monique, um, oh, I'm trying to think. It's a couple that I'm like, what is her name? You know, you just have some people right in your face, and it's like I can't think, Miss Laura. All of
Oh
these
yeah.
young because all it's hard to be a female comic in this game and hold
It
their
is.
own with some of the men. So
Oh yeah.
those would be a handful of women I would have to do it. And Roseanne Barr, believe it or not. She was one of the couple big men back in the 90s.
Definitely. Yeah, she was. Well, CJ, we do have to get ready to get to this other caller. You can definitely call us. You can definitely call us back. Yeah.
You gonna have her
Yeah, we are gonna have you. We're actually gonna have you actually rejoin actually because we go as soon as we get to this other caller, we are definitely gonna have you rejoin back with us.
Sounds great.
All right. Okay.
next call.
All right. Next caller. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Oh,
Oh man, this guy. Oh man. Timbuktu. Oh man, one of my favorite people, man, to do some comedy with because we have a bit of a team joke that we do with each other. Oh man, how are you feeling, Tim? Oh yeah,
yeah, tell him you can hear him.
yeah, we can hear you.
Yep.
Good, man. How you been, man?
Oh man, I've been doing good. Just preparing for Sunday. This gonna be my first time getting back on the stage actually I was back on stage back in July, got on the mic, but first time doing a show since Memorial Day weekend, and man, just getting ready, being tense and getting ready as usual since we about to get ready to be straight. We're gonna be streaming it on Tubi afterwards with this. Oh no, the last gig I did. I mean, it was an open mic in Detroit that I had did, but last comedy show I did was Memorial Day weekend up at Exotic Cuisines. So haven't done a comedy show since then. But I'm tense, but I'm also looking forward to it. Oh, oh yeah, definitely. And then not to even mention though, and what I felt like was even more fucked up was when we did that combination jump together in a comedy contest, and then Timbuktu ended up winning the shit. I'm like, damn, I thought we was gonna at least be like Mario Kart Double Dash, winning this shit together or something. But Tim, since you're the other comedian, I got on the phone. You know, who would you say is your, if you was to give your Mount Rushmore of male comics, who would they be?
Eddie Murphy, Eddie Griffin, Dave Chappelle, the first one always said, but like D.L. Hughley to me, like them four comics, they kind of made me like really love comics, especially Eddie Murphy. I've watched Eddie Murphy Raw like a million times.
Yeah.
I mean, Eddie Griffin, he feel like he delivers a message with it. Same with Dave Chappelle, you know, he able to make serious topics funny. Like, and that's kind of like how I am on every day. Like, I could be in the worst mood and I'm trying to joke about it. Like, I even got a joke when I get shot. Like, I told my cousin, if I ever get shot, he got to say at my funeral, tell people not to cry, don't be sad. I'm in heaven because I'm holy now. Always
Sid, the way Sid reacted to this.
You gotta see it over here crying.
Dude,
Right now.
you gotta Sid, dude, he crying tears of joy right now, man. Dude, Sid is crying tears of joy right now, man. Dude.
It hit him in slow motion though.
Dude, I love it. Dude, Tim be having Dude, so y'all know Tim has Timbuktu has a secret weapon to help him win comedy contests that he always do. Yeah, take his shirt off, man. When he did that in the comedy contest, I'm like, oh fuck, okay. He literally, this was like Space Jam. He literally went up like 20,000 points on me. Like, this dude went monster on all of us, man.
He had a cheat code.
Yeah, he was a cheat code, man. I'm like, he took off his shirt. I'm like, well, damn, man, I could have showed my fupa at least. If I would have known he was gonna do that. Yeah, but you know, it was well deserved. That was at good old Chicoya when we did that contest. And we had a lot of good comics, in that lineup that day, and it was a good contest. You know, everybody did good. Even though I'm going to assume I came in third place. Yeah, because Ebony Timberlake came in second, and yeah, I'm going to assume I came in third.
For sure.
Yeah.
Shout out to CJ, I heard her on the call too. Shout out to her. Shout out to Sid. Who else is in the house with you?
We also got Shane in the house too.
What's up, my boy?
He said something.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, tell him say it again.
Oh, say it again, Tim.
I said what's going on. I was just wondering who else was in there with you.
For sure.
Oh, yeah. So that's what we got, and that's what we got here. Spike wasn't able to make it today. He was supposed to be our other comic in the studio with us today, and you know, major shout out to him for putting us on for this. So here I'm live on the IG now. Live on the IG, y'all. Make sure y'all buy y'all tickets to this comedy show, to the Summer Comedy Series Part 3. You know, man, it's going to be located at the B-Side. Be look at the B-Side Lounge. And that is the address for that is 2785 Euclid Heights Boulevard, Cleveland Heights, Ohio. That is 2785 Euclid Heights Boulevard at the B-Side Lounge. The comedy show is going to be from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And we do got some funny ass comics.
Hey.
So definitely hit one of us up for tickets, or you can purchase them on Eventbrite, because it might be a guarantee that you cannot get them at the door.
So, right now. I'm dropping them off.
Yes. She
I'm burning gas all day in my truck. I'm dropping them off.
Okay.
I'm printing some fake ones.
So you're pressing fake ones to make that money.
I'm scalping.
Scalping for the 15.
Catch me behind the Popeyes on 130.
Oh man. scalping tickets, man. Scalping for like 15. You know, man. Make you.
Yeah, make a profit.
3 for 5.
Oh,
Three,
man.
three for five.
Yo, man.
It only costs 10 cents to make a copy.
Oh shit.
He got the plug.
Damn.
That sound like me.
Then next thing you know, he's gonna be selling DVD copies of his shit on Tubi. When I watch, he's gonna be selling them. He gonna be like, "Yo, man, I got that summer comic series part 3, man. You know, an autograph copy for you."
They gonna be like, we don't have DVD players no more. He gonna be like, I got a flash drive. Don't worry,
He
about
said,
it.
"I got flash drive."
I got you.
Sid gonna be like, "This autograph copy, man. That's why it's gonna sell to you for $5."
Autograph audible.
Everybody got a flash drive. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Autograph flash drive too.
Yo. Oh, you said something? Wait, say nothing? Oh, hey, Tim, dude, man. So I do have to ask you this question also. What is the worst you ever bombed?
Okay.
You lost him?
Yeah, what in the Sam biscuit?
Biscuit does.
Let me see what's going on. Let's see. Oh, he's okay.
Oh, he's back. Okay.
Say something. He should be able to.
Tim. Okay, we have lost for a second, but what would you say was do you recall the worst you ever bombed from your stand-up?
What's going on? Okay. What's going on? Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Oh, all right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna ask him what was I was asking us what was the worst he had ever bombed, but looks like it's another technical issue going on.
He might have a rebel.
You say right, a Rebel, damn.
He might have a rebel.
Yeah, Rebel was my first fall though, man. I actually had enjoyed it.
I remember when they was Norco.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that too.
Yeah. I never knew rebel meant lover backwards.
It did. Oh shit.
You look at it backwards, you scramble, throw the opposite way, it says lover.
Oh man.
I never knew that. A kid told me that. I said, man, you'd be surprised when you learn from kids.
I know kids say the darndest shit.
Man,
Yeah,
I
that's
said,
something.
lover. I'm like, stop lying. And then when I spelled it out, I'm like, oh, man, he was right.
Oh wow.
He was right.
Damn.
Rebel.
Said Rebel.
Yeah.
Yo, that's funny.
That's
Wow.
like kids, man. You learn something every day.
Your kids say the darndest shit. Yep.
Man, the funniest thing, I gotta bring this up because my nephew, I was in Texas and now I was drunk at the time, so you can't ask a drunk person a question, right?
Yeah.
So he was like, "Hey, Uncle Sheen, can I tell you a question?" I said, "A what? Can you tell me a question?" And I lost it, right? I was laughing so much I hurt his feelings. He didn't want to tell me a question after that. So he walked away. So his dad was like, "You mean ask you a question?" I said, "Yeah, man." I said, he thought he had it right when he said it.
Oh wow.
Can I tell you a question? I love
Can
it.
you tell me a question?
Yeah. Uncle Sheen, can I tell you a question? I said, "This is great." Oh man.
That's funny.
Can I tell you a question?
So who would I'm gonna start with you, Shane, on this one. Who would you say is your Mount Rushmore of comedians, or the male comedians?
Man, you know what I'm saying? Mike Epps, man, you know what I'm saying? For real, because I do this all the time, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been watching Mike Epps since I was about, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, if y'all don't know who that is, that's Mike Epps. Mike Epps is one of my favorite. I know every scene, every movie he's pretty much been in.
Yeah.
And let me see, as far as gone, I would have to say Richard Pryor. Just growing up with my father, he always watched Richard Pryor, and he was a big fan of Bernie Mac. You know what I'm saying? So Bernie Mac was just, he was ruthless with the mob. He didn't care what he said, or how he went about things, and his face expressions and stuff. So I just had a kick out of that, and so it was Richard Pryor, Bernie Mac, and today, Mike Epps. So
Oh yeah.
those are my top.
And who would you say is probably your biggest inspiration or inspirations you got for?
Biggest inspiration. That's kind of a tough question for me because I like all comedians. What really made me want to actually be a comedian was my father. You know what I mean? My father, he was a comedian in himself. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
and he was always pushing me to, you know, want to do it, and it took for him to pass away for me to see the light. So, that's what ended up, you know, being my biggest inspiration was my father, and best friend of mine. You know, that's no longer here. So,
Oh man.
so yeah, it's all good, man. They're here in spirit, so
Oh,
that's why I'm here today.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
And Sid, before I ask you the same question too, Sid. We do have a caller let's call it in. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Hello.
Phones are tapped.
Uh,
We got the ghost of Richard Nixon.
Hold on. Let's hear again. Ask caller, speak up again.
All right, caller, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Okay, we don't hear that right now.
You say what?
We don't hear nothing.
Oh no. Okay.
That's some bullshit.
Got a feeling.
Not
Got a
that
feeling
their
it's on.
problem.
Oh, you say what?
Hold on. It's another caller.
Okay. Caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
Oh, wait. Hello, caller? Okay, I don't know what that is.
Oh shit.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, Sid.
It's on our ear. We'll work on it.
Oh yeah. Okay. We are gonna work on it.
Let's see where it's
Decisive
coming
is the
from.
woman. She's the woman. She be want to get it done. She's the female Bob the Builder.
Ooh.
For sure.
Yes. So Sid, yes. Who would you say is your Mount Rushmore for comedians?
Pretty smart.
Smiley.
People say I look like him.
DC Curry.
Oh, Uncle Elroy. Yes.
From the States. Kevin.
Okay.
Cease.
Okay.
Robin Harris.
Oh man, that was a good
Yeah,
one.
Then I gotta sneak in OG Red Fox.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
Oh
my
yeah.
Rushmore right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you said
I'm down with that. The
Oh,
industry
yeah.
cheated the mess out of Red Fox, and he
I
was
agree.
a phenomenal
Yeah.
comedian. Yeah, I love Red.
so. You had Red Fox, Cat Williams, Ricky Smiley, and Robin Harris. Wow. Yeah, I wasn't expecting you to say. Definitely wasn't expecting you to say Robin Harris because such an underrated comedian who definitely I think would have been one of definitely I think he definitely would have been one of the funniest. Well, he was one of the funniest, but definitely would have been like at that Kevin Hart level if he was alive right now, or like at that Richard Pryor level if he was alive right now. Because Robin Harris, that is the one comedian. I'll have to say that I would not want to sit up front if I had went to go see him.
Oh yeah, he gonna give it to you.
Yes, sitting up front was not the best thing to say that. But and who would you say is your biggest inspiration or inspirations for comedy?
As far as like all comedians or just
Yeah, in general.
shouts out to D Hart, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
They converted me over from skits and like, hey, do this. I'm like, alright. Oh yeah, shouts out to my big cousin Rob Ward and my cousin Greg Summers, man.
Robbie.
Too.
Yeah.
They both do what they want to do their thing. So got together.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you want to know, and you want to know something else, since and the reason why I was asking CJ that question when it came to the female comics is that I've been seeing a lot of posts lately about how these female comedians not being funny, mean, do you guys have any like what do you guys have any like personal favorite female comedians or comedians that you would pay to go see? Because to me, Monique is the queen of comedy. I think she's the funniest. I think she's the funniest female comedian, and there are some female comics I would go see, like,
Alright.
and I have seen some before.
Remember the chick that played Odell? I mean,
Mhm.
India.
And yeah,
Such a fucking lady. That was a.
Oh, yes.
She's
Mhm.
She's funny. She's
Yes.
funny. She's funny.
I had to say some more.
Some more. What's the old girl name?
I like the old freak.
Oh, man.
What's her name? Start with L.
Lunel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Lunel.
Shouts out to I had a chance to meet her, man. The Queen of South, man. She died a couple years ago. Dirty South, man, from Atlanta, man.
Okay.
She was on Comic View and all that too. So,
I like Wanda too.
Yes,
Like,
Wanda's
yeah.
funny.
Slice of genius.
Yeah, I like her.
I've seen Amanda Seals at Hilarities.
Yeah.
You know, she was
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, I rock with her. That's pretty much it for me.
You said yeah. So since you did name those, are those comedians you guys would pay to go see if they did come?
Most definitely.
You would.
Absolutely. I haven't seen some more yet, but I would love to see that.
And why do you think that comedians probably don't get the type of love they get like how the male comedians do? Because I feel like they probably don't get the love that like the males
It
do.
was predominantly a male's thing at first. You know what I mean? And then women, it's kind of like, like all different aspects of life. Like even with sports, like they just started to bring, females into sports, broadcasting. You know what I mean? Because that was like a male job. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Right, rapping too. Right. So it was like, for women to come in the game, they're like, guys like, look, we can't do what we do. You know what I'm saying? But they can. They've been like women been delivering for years. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And all different aspects of life, man. And shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? Because being a comedian ain't easy. You know
No,
what
it's
I'm
not.
saying? It's, like being skit funny and stage funny is two different things.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
that
saying?
is.
And I had to learn that.
That's what I tried to tell people at the beginning, but when you dealing with D-Hawk, I didn't hop right off stage. It took me like 3 months. I was with the old mics for 3 months before I hopped off stage. It was different. They're like, you get thousands and thousands of views. You know what I mean? You got thousand followers, but I'm just on camera at the end of the day.
Right.
Upload.
Yeah.
Right. Fronting people.
Right. It's different.
You gotta make people laugh, like right then, right there.
Control the
Yeah.
crowd.
Yeah.
It takes a skill.
Yeah,
It takes a skill.
it really does, and I even tell people who want to do comedy, like I'd be like, bro, it's a difference between telling jokes when if you're kicking it with your friends and family, you telling jokes versus being on that stage, you telling them. And like you said, I started doing comedy skits back in 2018, and in Gen Gen, because I met Gen Gen during that same year, and D Hawk, and I was in your boat too, like I like doing comedy skits because I love sketch comedy. Sketch comedy was actually something I wanted to do more than stand up because I be acting, and with sketch comedy, you do so much, and probably because I just grew up watching sketch comedy a lot, like in Living Color, and then like all that, and SNL, like I was watching stuff like that. But yeah, when you're skit funny, it's definitely a difference because you got some comedians who I think are funny in skits but not funny in stand up, like Keenan Ivory Wayne's funny in Living Color, but stand up wise, nah. Wouldn't say it's funny. Same thing with Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey, funny on the Living Color, funny in the movies, but stand up, no.
I prefer his brother Marlon. Marlon Wayans is funny.
Oh man, Damon is the best one.
Damon is the genius.
I get it, but like as far as like the goofiness, you know what I'm saying? Marlon for me wins it. Like
I think you gotta see Marlon.
Yeah.
I think Ryan, you gotta see Marlon.
Yeah.
Shout out to Marlon.
Oh yeah, shout out to
Sure.
Marlon.
Marlon Wayans is a big one, man.
Yeah, shout out to Marlon.
And speaking of Marlon, man, like before I even got started in comedy, I had reached out to him. I went and saw him at the Cleveland Improv, and I was trying to talk to him, but it was so many people who was groupies and stuff, so I bounced. You know what I'm saying? So But I slid in his DM and I told him, I'm like, you had a great show. I was looking forward to talking to you. I just wanted, some input on, the comedy world and this and that. And he replied back and he was like, he said, live on stage for 10 years. He said, don't get famous, get good. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I appreciated that message. You know what I mean? And that was before I even got started. So shout out to Marlon Wayans.
Yeah, shout out to him. He was a guest here on the show on Saturday on the Entertainment Club a couple of months ago. Shout out to Marlon.
Yes.
Solid dude.
Yes. We know it, man. Because I think I've seen one of his stand-ups before. I haven't seen a lot of them, but some of that is one of the things I haven't been to watch. There's a lot of comedians stand up. But
I think for him, I think you need to see him again because he's matured into comedy.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
He's definitely worth seeing.
Let's check real quick. I see we got somebody hanging on caller. Hey, what's your name? Where you calling from? Still saying nothing, huh? Okay.
oh man, the number that they can call. Number that they can call is. I had to read now. Was 216-939-5087.
Y'all heard it. Y'all want to ask us any questions? Give us a call.
Yes. If you have any questions, concerns, or to express your feelings, or you want to debate with us, we'll let it argue with you.
Yeah,
Because I'll argue with you about Monique being the queen of comedy and Bernie Mac being the king of comedy. I do an argument about that, or I can, and I can argue with you who I think could be the worst comedian. But there's a few worse. There's a few I can say is the worst.
I agree.
If it was just something that I could just say that I just would not, I wouldn't pay to see at all. I do not think that that what's her face is funny. Not Tiffany Haddish.
Oh, that's what I was about to say.
Not Tiffany Haddish. I don't know if I would pay. I probably would pay to see her stand up. But sure, but you say Groupon. The Groupon.
Give me a discount before I go.
Yeah.
Give me a discount.
But I wouldn't pay to see Roseanne Barr. I wouldn't pay to see her.
Yeah, that racist.
I wouldn't pay to see her at all. Or I wouldn't pay to go see. I wouldn't pay to go see Sinbad either.
Sinbad was funny, man. My dad had his stand-up.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite movies by him too.
Oh yeah, House Guest was funny.
Sinbad fired. Everybody fired. Go back and see Son of a Preacher Man. He got these bitch with his dad was a pastor, man. Hey, man, take him to the lab, man. Take him to see. That's what I do. I take him to the team. Out of my 36 years on this earth, I've been taking comedy to the lab. My dad still got the VHS to this day. Sinbad, Robin Harris, man. Yeah, you gotta take these groups to the lab. That's solid.
So is there any comedian you just would not pay to see at all, man? I figured you was gonna say Tiffany Haddish.
She's one for sure.
Davis.
Yeah, because he's skit funny.
Yeah, I agree.
What about you, Decisive? You got any comedians out there you just don't find funny at all? Probably would not pay to go see one.
Corey Holcomb and D. Ray Davis.
Oh, D. Ray.
Wow.
Hey, hold on.
Bang, 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 bang.
Hold on. Hey, they're coming through. Man, wow.
I with D. Ray, I'm just never ever appealed to him. I think that he should focus more on acting.
The hood comedy.
Yeah, I think he should focus more on acting. I don't know.
King of the hood comedy.
Yes, I do know, but his comedy has never appealed to me. I think that he should focus more on acting. And Corey Holcomb,
What?
I feel like, look, this year, the 50th anniversary of hip hop and me, and I feel like for that long he's been saying the same stuff. So I'm looking for evolution in Corey Holcomb.
See, I kind of think I know why you don't like Corey Holcomb.
Why is that?
Because he be bashing women. You know what I'm saying? And Corey Holcomb, he kind of.
Well, he's not really a women basher, so to say. I wouldn't categorize him as a women basher. He goes in on his baby mamas, yes.
Yeah, you do.
But it's been the same thing for over 50
And
years.
the side business. You talking about the side pieces too.
Yeah, oh yeah, them two. You know, them two, all the imaginary people in his life.
All the imaginary people.
Yeah, and I don't know, I just feel like there's no evolution in anything that he's ever done in his comedy.
She's acting like Skip Bayless
No
right now.
offense.
Well, I mean,
Skip Bayless.
I think I know skill.
Skip Bayless ain't had no. Skip Bayless ain't got no experience in what he talking about. Okay, I got experience.
That is true. Skip Bayless don't though.
Yeah, Skip Bayless don't know. He ain't played a sport. He wouldn't know.
He a friend of a friend.
Listen, you already know.
But I can kind of see why Decisive probably don't say D-Ray Davis, because this is the same thing that I have heard from a few people who don't like D-Ray Davis. They say because they say it's because he always take out his jokes on the crowd, and when he's trying to tell a joke, it don't be funny, so he'll like roast the crowd and stuff.
I mean,
That's why.
That's see again. That goes for him almost bombing. You know what I'm saying? You gotta improvise. You gotta dig in that bag and just like, all right, there's a monkey to this crowd. You know what I'm saying?
So I can see why. But is that the reason why I don't Decisive? Is that part of it? Because I've heard a few people say that's the reason why they don't like him.
Yeah, but I just don't. There's no evolution in his comedy.
I rock with D-Ray. The last show I saw, he was funny. I'm talking about that, and I was in tears walking about it there. I said, I didn't think this dude was that funny. You know, I mean, I know he's funny, but that show he did here. I forgot when it was, but it was a great show to me.
So for all three of you, you got Chris Tucker coming here, you got Dave Chappelle coming here. Who would you rather see? Who would you rather see?
Bam Bam all day.
Over Chris Tucker?
So I gotta see Tucker. Because the reason being is because Tucker just came out of retirement. You know what I'm saying? And Chappelle did a couple.
And I ain't hear Tucker in a minute.
Yeah,
I ain't hear. I'll probably go see Tucker too,
yeah.
because I ain't seen Tucker.
I ain't seen him live.
Me either.
You know what I'm saying?
Since like coming through.
I may not come to the ticket.
That's what I want to. I mean, that's what I would like to see. I mean, Dave, I feel like I'll have another chance to see him because he tours a lot. But Chris Tucker, who knows when?
When he gonna do it?
Who knows when he gonna get? I mean, that's just like asking, would you rather see Kevin Hart or Eddie Murphy?
Right.
Yeah.
Back to who I wouldn't pay to go see. Bill Bellamy.
Yeah, I ain't even tripping on that. He flaked us. He's supposed to come here for an interview. So yeah, I'm with you.
I can see that.
Get out of here.
Sid be approved.
Oh man, I done opened up for this man before, so I
Yeah.
can't say
Alright.
So I'm just gonna say I disagree. So I'm gonna say I disagree.
Non-disclosure.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I
man.
disagree.
Dude, that is. He said Bill Bellamy. He was like, bro. When he did it though. Man, and speaking of comedy clubs, I'm gonna announce this again. This is because since we almost about ready to wrap up pretty soon, I'm gonna announce this on my IG live G2 as well. Since we're talking about comedy clubs and stuff, people come to Cleveland. Tomorrow from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. I got a special episode that I'd love for y'all to tune into, where I'm gonna have Shane Comedy on here. He's been on Comic View, been on HBO, and on Apple TV, and he's going to be performing at the Cleveland Improv this weekend. Going to have him on the show. Tune into it. It's going to be from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Shout out to Decisive for setting up that interview. Looking forward to having him on the show. And and before we also go out, where can our viewers and listeners, where can they find you at, Sid? Where can they find you at, Sid?
Find me on TikTok and Instagram at CityB216. It's the same thing for my YouTube page. It's at CityB216. Facebook. Gotta be my friend or family. I'm not telling you.
And besides performing with us, any other upcoming shows?
Oh yeah, I got to do the Wildin' Out. I think you on that too. Wildin' Out style type situation. That's at the exotic cuisine in a second. Tune in on Tubi. I'm on the Lick 216 episode 3. I'm on the Cap that movie that's on Tubi. I'm on the upcoming movie, That Table That Turned. That's on the way. We about to start shooting Love Is Evil. I'm a writer and an actor on that joint. What's that coming up, man? That's it.
All right.
Yeah,
You got to lay the flyers.
Pretty busy.
Yeah, got a busy schedule. You got to lay the flyers, man. Ain't be like that. Shane, where can they find you at? And of course, performing with us. Any other upcoming shows you got, and movies too.
For the show, y'all can find me on my Instagram handle of Sheen, SHEEN, so funny. My TikTok is Sheen_comedy, and my Facebook is Shen Frieson, SHEN, last name Frieson, FRIESON, and I don't care about y'all being my friend. Y'all can also catch me in a movie called Life Lessons. It's on YouTube. It got like 500,000 views already. It was called Life Lessons. I played a security guard in the movie. That was actually my first role, and then I landed a detective role, which is on Tubi right now. It's called Comic Creed: The Epidemic.
Oh, okay.
If you type in that movie Comic Creed: The Epidemic on Tubi, you're gonna see my face. You know what I'm talking about? So that was a great experience, and then.
And speaking of Comic Creed, shout out to Monique. Her and the brother just got married.
Javon,
yeah, shout out to Monique.
Good dude, real good dude. Blessings to him and his family.
Yes.
And also, this next movie I'm about to say something about is Javon produced this one as well. It's called The Last Song, Maxie's Revenge.
Yes, I'm in that too.
Yeah, me and Ryan were co-stars in the movie. I played a detective in that one too. That premiere comes out October 13th. It's a Saturday. I will have tickets for it if y'all want to go. And what else did you ask me?
Any upcoming shows and movie projects?
Upcoming shows. I will be this Sunday at B-Side from 6 p to 8 p. We will be filming it to be on Tubi. So y'all come out and get these $10 tickets from us. It's only $10. Y'all spend $10 on fast food. So, you know what I'm saying? Come on and get y'all laughs in. And I'm also putting a show together the weekend of Thanksgiving. I just haven't, connected the dots yet, but once I do, y'all will be able to see on my handles. So.
Yes, definitely be able to look out for that upcoming movie that me and Sheen are in. It's a good movie.
Absolutely.
And I play somebody's daddy in that movie.
Not my father.
No, not your father. No. Yeah, and my character, I ain't gonna give it away, but let's just say he's fire. That's all.
Sure.
Yes,
Sure.
He's definitely he's fire.
I had fun on that set.
I did too. I had fun on the set too. But I want to thank you guys, man, for listening. For tuning in and listening to NoStackRadio.net, where you just finished listening to the Rap Radio Show. We don't bring the static, but we sure enough bring the noise. Make sure you guys check us out on social media, where we absolutely love to hear from you at Facebook.com/NoStackRadio LLC, on Twitter at NoStackRadio, with NoStack_radio, and on Instagram at @TheReal_NoStackRadio, and on YouTube as well, No Static Radio, and our newest platform, Discover TV. Just type in No Static Radio. Also, if you'd like to listen to replays of this show and others on NoStackRadio.net, especially my show, make sure you check us out on Mixlr, MIXLR.com, or Mixcloud.com. Just type in No Stack Radio in the toolbar for replays of this show and others on this platform. And for continuous streaming, listen to us on TuneIn.com or liveonlineradio.net and MediaQ. Just type in No Stack Radio in the toolbar for continuous streaming of this show and all others on this platform. And for more in-depth look at all things No Static Radio, including upcoming events, merchandise, more in-depth look at all our show hosts, please visit our website at www.nostackradio.net for all things No Stack Radio. And thank you so much for sharing your time with us. You know what it is. We got the Solomon Polk show coming up, and more music for your listening pleasure here on The Voice of the Revolution. NoStackRadio.net is powered by Google and Colors on YouTube and sponsored by Vermont Avenue Wines, Cleveland Rugby League, and designed exclusively. I want to thank my guests for being on here. Thank you to the callers. And you know, man, yes, again, hit us up for these tickets. You know, for tickets, you could be seen on Tubi as a live audience. All right.
Hey, if I come to y'all with these tickets, I'm gonna need $5 for gas, all right? So it's $15 ticket. Just letting y'all know.
There you go. All right, y'all, we up.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Nah, I can't get up. They gonna fell asleep. I'm sitting on the edge of his chair. Ooh.
I do kind of want to see Tucker when it
Yeah.
comes to Cleveland.
Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, man.
I'm sorry I ain't seen Monique when she was here.
Saw me throw the hat off when you said,
Oh yeah,
saw me throw the hat off when you said, you don't like D-Ray and, what you call it?
Corey.
Yeah. Corey Holcomb, wow. Wow.
Really looked at too much
Yeah, I
his
just
work.
feel like every time I hear him, I'm hearing the same thing, and I am. You know, I'm over it. Like, I ain't been a fan.
Sorry,
He whack. He
And I don't find D.L. Hughley too funny.
He alright.
He be too political.
Yeah, alright.
Damn.
You're like Candy Mac.
Here
Right
I
there.
come.
Candy Mac. Who's Candy Mac?
That's it.
I thought he was gonna say Chico Bean.
Now, this watch.
I've been told Chico Bean.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Let me see. DJ Candy Mac. That's crazy as hell.
Oh, this is like that.
What's up happening?
Like, don't nothing want to work. Ain't nothing working.
That's the ghost of Richard Nixon. Oh shit. Damn. I mean, because of the beard and stuff. Beard and I did have a sponge brush for that hair.
What?
That's it. Is that Candy Mac?
Oh shit.
What the hell? What's going on? Yeah, fix that. Fix that. Okay, here, because I didn't get it out of here. I am going through it
I
right
wonder,
now.
but I wonder how Maxie gonna be. I wonder how Maxie gonna be released. And didn't J. Bond say that's a SAG movie though?
Mm-hmm.